Greetings, everyone. First, I'd like to give a shout out to our youth activists, including our young speaker, Zaire Menjivar. Thank you for working heart and soul to make the Chicagoland a better place. To all of you, I say, the future of our nation and our democracy is in your hands. Please do us proud. A second shout out goes to today's speaker, Andrea Reed, who is not only my constituent, but the executive director of the Greater Roseland Chamber of Commerce and co-chair of the Coalition for a Modern Metro Electric. Transit Equity Day serves as a national day of action that commemorates the birthday of Rosa Parks, while reminding us that public transit is a civil right. Decades of structural racism have led to policy and investment decisions that consistently harm Black and brown people. As a result, people of color on the south and west sides and in many suburbs live with longer commute times or even a complete lack of train service, especially on the far south side. A red line extension has been promised for decades. It would serve parts of the city that have some of the highest rates of poverty and unemployment and lower numbers of car ownership, along with slow and unreliable bus service. We have rail transit service that stretches far out to the northern and western suburbs, yet it doesn't connect the south side with the rest of Chicago, much less the region with reliable service. We must remember, transit service is a lifeline connecting people to food, healthcare, jobs, family, and cultural activities. Freedom of movement is a human right. The pandemic has made a bad situation worse. Residents facing the greatest mobility challenges are more likely to live in the areas hit hardest by the virus and less likely to be able to work from home. Even when transit ridership took a huge hit during the pandemic, hundreds of thousands of people continued to ride transit during the height of the stay-at-home order, showing the essential nature of providing affordable and reliable transit alternatives. The majority of transit riders continue to be Black and brown essential workers who need robust, reliable service to go about their lives. Our entire society and economy relies on transit because the majority of essential workers rely on transit to show up to their jobs at hospitals, grocery stores, and warehouses. Transit funding depends on riders paying fares as well as sales tax and gas tax, all of which took a tremendous hit during the pandemic. Federal support has been and will continue to be critical for transit to survive beyond this year. I have fully supported funding for transit in both stimulus packages. I will continue to work to ensure that transit agencies are not forgotten in President Biden's proposed COVID response package as we work to provide much-needed relief for communities across Illinois. I will also fight for state and local funding in the next COVID response package, as well as funding specifically for transit agencies, currently proposed at $20 billion. Thank you again for inviting me here, and please know that I am in your corner.